So Christian Nightmares tweeted this out. This is hilarious. During a recent episode of his show, Jim Bakker said, quote, "This is what's coming. They're going to declare the Bible as hate speech, trying to eliminate the use of God's word." And we're coming close to that now. So let's actually watch him say it here.
This is what's coming. They're going to declare the Bible as hate speech, trying to eliminate the use of God's word. And we're coming close to that now.
No, we are not. We are nowhere near that. What the fuck are you talking about? Over 70% of the U.S. describes themselves as Christian. Now, I don't know what percentage are actually practicing. I don't know what percentage are really like literal word-for-word believers. I'm sure there's a massive variation in all different kinds of Christians within that. But when you have a country that's over 70% Christian, according to the population, over 90% actually celebrate Christmas. I know a lot of it's viewed as like a secular holiday now or whatever, but there's also the religious undertones. There's also a connection to paganism, by the way. There's a lot of the ceremonies and whatnot are taken from paganism. But the idea that we're going to ban the Bible as hate speech and try to eliminate the use of God's word, I don't know how many churches there are in the U.S., but my guess is it is probably more than any other institution in the U.S. Maybe rivaled by McDonald's, maybe, but I think there's probably more churches. We're going to ban the Bible and call it hate speech. Now, by the way, if we actually have a nuanced conversation about the Bible, there is plenty of hate speech in there. That actually is true. Like, calls for genocide, actual genocides, et cetera, but it also has the lovely parts about taking care of the poor and the downtrodden and the sick, et cetera, et cetera. So, you can get a little bit of everything in there. But guess which part of the Bible Jim Bakker uses for his philosophy. It's not about feeding the poor. It's not about caring for the downtrodden. It's not about, hippie communist Jesus before communism was a thing. No, he embraces a more, authoritarian, dictator-style, tough-nosed Christianity, which is just him highlighting his own bad opinions and bad philosophy and using the Bible as the fallback and the justification for those things. Now, by the way, remember, this guy's a convicted fraudster. He's a criminal. But I always love guys like this. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the, those end times prophecy people where they're like, the world is going to end on April 14th, 2018. And then the day comes and goes and they're like, so what happened was, now I'm getting word it's going to end in 2027 on June 1st. They don't skip a beat. There's no, reckoning with the fact that they were dead wrong. They just move the goalposts again. And somehow they get new followers. So, imagine believing this. Imagine saying this. My guess is, if the clip went on, there'd be some, call for fundraising, because that's what he does. They're going to ban the Bible as hate speech, but don't worry, I will protect it, so send me money. And I got your back. This is also like that guy, Peter Popoff. Remember that guy? He would literally sell little bottles of water and say it's holy water and it's blessed and it'll cure all your illnesses, and people would send him like hundreds of dollars for it. Loathsome scumbags, man. Loathsome scumbags taking advantage of people who don't know any better. Now, I'm sure you can make criticisms that are fair and legitimate of the intelligence of the people who might fall for this, but at the end of the day, they're still victims, and this guy's driving the ship, okay? But now this is the kind of stuff that they say. It's absolutely absurd. It's insane that anybody believes it, but this is where we are. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.